We are going to discuss the next one under the Sales of Goods Act is rights and duties of the buyer and seller. So the first thing we are going to see is the rights and duties of the buyer. The first right of the buyer is that he has a full right to get the product as per his requirement. He has to mention very clearly in the agreement, and if the agreement is violated by the seller, the buyer can claim against the seller. This has been given under section 37. The next right is a right to cancel it. If the product is not as per his requirement, he can cancel it. This is explained under section 38. Under section 41 says the buyer can inspect the product. He can compare the product, inspect the product about its quality, quantity, color and configuration, etc. He can make all the inspection before making the agreement. The next one is right to sue for the breach of the contract. If seller is violated any conditions of the contract, then buyer can claim against the seller in the case a court. Suit for damages discussed under section 57. Under suit for damages, the buyer can claim for the damaging part of the product or for his mental depression of facing this loss. He can claim for that. So this is called suit for damages explained in section 57. Suit for price. If a buyer and seller both agreed for one price, later on if seller cheated him by selling a higher price, then he can get back that higher price he paid. For high price fixation, violating the agreement can also be claimed by the buyer. And then suit for specific performance. Section 58 says that the specific performance. For example, if a buyer would have asked the product should be delivered through courier, this is a specific performance. If a seller has not performed this, then buyer can claim against the seller for not performing a specific performance. And the repudiation of the contract before due date. Section 60 says that if contract is cancelled before date by the seller, then the buyer can claim for all the loss, damages, mental depression, etc. All these things are duties of the buyer as per the Sale of Goods Act. Thank you.